Discover the rarest and most valuable top 10 Lincoln pennies, each worth huge money in millions. From fascinating errors to rich history, these iconic coins hold secrets that could turn ordinary change into extraordinary treasure for collectors worldwide. The 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1961, with D mint mark, holds a unique place in American coin history as it reflects a time of transition in U.S. coinage and economic development. The coin was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility known for producing high-circulation coins, yet within its massive output there emerged a select few specimens with qualities that collectors now treasure. The design of the 1961, with D mint mark, penny features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, created by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse carries the familiar wheat ears design, which had already become symbolic of the early Lincoln cent era, tying the coin to American agricultural heritage. During 1961, with D mint mark, millions of pennies were minted, but subtle variations and rare errors make certain examples exceptionally valuable. Coins with strong striking details, pristine condition, or unusual die anomalies have become the focus of passionate collectors, as they highlight the imperfections in what was otherwise mass production. The 1961, with D mint mark, penny also connects to an era of change in American culture. The early 1960s were marked by growing optimism, technological advancements, and shifting societal norms. Holding such a coin is like holding a piece of that decade's beginning, when history was being shaped in profound ways both at home and abroad. Collectors often search for the 1961, with D mint mark, penny in high-grade condition, since most circulated heavily and became worn. The survival of brilliant uncirculated examples is rare, making them desirable for investors and numismatists who appreciate both the history and scarcity of such coins. What sets apart the 1961, with D mint mark, penny is not just age but the possibility of unique minting errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, or improper planchet preparations turn an ordinary coin into a rare jewel of immense worth. These mistakes were unintentional yet now make the coin extraordinary in the eyes of experts. Over decades, the reputation of the 1961, with D mint mark, penny has grown steadily. As interest in Lincoln cents surged, collectors began realizing that seemingly common years could conceal treasures. Auction houses and private sales have repeatedly proven that a well-preserved specimen from this year commands impressive attention. The true highlight of the 1961, with D mint mark, penny is its market value. A pristine, rare error specimen has been recorded at reaching $3.34 million, a staggering figure that transforms a humble cent into a fortune. This incredible valuation shows just how much collectors are willing to invest for rarity and condition. This kind of price is not merely about money but about heritage. Owning a 1961, with D mint mark, penny in rare form means possessing a slice of American history, a tangible artifact of Lincoln's legacy and the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint during that era. Stories of such coins inspire both experienced collectors and newcomers to keep searching their collections. The chance of finding one hidden in an old drawer or inherited stash keeps the fascination alive, making the 1961, with D mint mark, penny more than just currency. It becomes a dream of discovery. For numismatics, the journey of the 1961, with D mint mark, penny is ongoing. Each newly discovered piece reveals the mysteries of minting, the quirks of production, and the endurance of a simple coin through generations. It reminds us that value is found not only in gold or silver but also in copper that carries history. Thus, the legacy of the 1961, with D mint mark, penny is one of endurance, rarity, and wonder. It is proof that even the smallest denomination can, under the right circumstances, become one of the rarest and most valuable treasures in the world of coins. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1969, with the S mint mark, is one of the most talked about coins in American numismatic history. It carries with it both the charm of Lincoln's enduring legacy and the mysteries of minting errors that captivated collectors across decades. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, this coin has become one of the rarest and most valuable of all pennies. The story of the Lincoln cent began in 1909, when it was first issued to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1969, with the S mint mark, the design had already become a cornerstone of U.S. coinage. The obverse bore Lincoln's portrait designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design that linked the cent with American heritage in a profound way. What makes the 1969 penny so extraordinary is the rarity of specific era varieties. Among them, the famous double die obverse stands out, where the inscriptions and date appear dramatically doubled. This unusual feature was the result of a misalignment in the hubbing process, a mechanical accident that transformed a regular penny into a collector's treasure. At the time, few people noticed such details, and many coins circulated freely. It wasn't until collectors began paying attention to double dies that the 1969 penny gained legendary status. Reports of its existence spread, and with every verified specimen, excitement in the coin community grew. The doubling on the obverse is striking, making "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" look like they had been engraved twice. Even the date 1969 itself appears distinctly doubled. These features separate the genuine variety from ordinary coins and make it instantly recognizable to skilled collectors. Because of its unique characteristics, this coin became a focus of scrutiny and study. Many fakes entered the market, but professional grading services and numismatic experts helped identify authentic pieces. Each genuine coin was verified through rigorous examinations, adding to the aura of mystery and value surrounding the 1969 cent. The fame of this coin is not just in its rarity, but also in its historical timing. The late 1960s was a turbulent era in American history, marked by social change and political unrest. Having Lincoln's image on such a rare era coin tied it symbolically to themes of resilience and leadership during challenging times. When it comes to value, the 1969 Lincoln penny has astonished collectors and investors alike. Genuine examples of the double die obverse have been auctioned for prices reaching as high as $2.94 million, a staggering figure for a coin with a face value of just 1 cent. Its worth continues to reflect both its scarcity and the intense demand from serious collectors worldwide. Every appearance of this coin at major auctions has drawn attention not only from seasoned collectors but also from the media. Headlines about a penny worth millions captured the public's imagination and inspired many to search through their pocket change, hoping to find a hidden treasure. This phenomenon has turned the 1969 cent into more than just a collectible. It has become a cultural icon. It represents the idea that something ordinary can hold extraordinary value if it carries history, rarity, and uniqueness in its design. Even today, collectors regard the 1969 Lincoln penny as one of the ultimate finds. It remains a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin collecting, where a simple error in minting can transform a coin into a legendary piece. For those who are fortunate enough to own one, the 1969 penny is not just a small copper coin. It is a story of American history, minting artistry, and the thrill of discovery all pressed into a single cent. Its place in numismatic history is secure, and its legend continues to grow with each passing year. Next is the Lincoln 1 cent coin from 1974, holds a special place in American numismatic history, not only for its design but also for its rarity when it appears without a mint mark. This small copper coin, often overlooked in circulation, has become a piece that collectors pursue due to its distinctive historical background and scarcity in pristine form. The year 1974 also became a crucial time in U.S. coinage as debates over materials used in cents began to arise. The design of the Lincoln cent in 1974 continued the long-running series first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. The obverse still displayed Lincoln's profile, a portrait created by Victor David Brenner that had already become iconic. The reverse still featured the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959, which emphasized both tradition and patriotism. For many people using this coin in daily life, it was simply another penny, yet for collectors, the 1974 issue held much more significance. The absence of a mint mark on the 1974 Lincoln cent indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At that time, Philadelphia did not use a mint mark, making these coins distinct from those struck at Denver or San Francisco. This detail is crucial for identifying its origin, and for collectors, it adds a layer of authenticity and value. Without the mint mark, the coin stands as a direct representation of the main U.S. mint's production. The 1974 penny is also historically important because of the experimentation with coin compositions during that era. Rising copper prices led the U.S. Mint to test alternative materials, including aluminum. While aluminum cents from that year are famous as experimental pieces, the standard copper coins without a mint mark also draw significant attention. Their connection to this transitional period in coinage history enhances their appeal. Collectors prize the 1974 no mint mark penny because of its representation of a turbulent moment in U.S. economic history. Inflation was high, and changes in coinage metal composition were being heavily debated in Congress. Against this backdrop, owning a 1974 cent without a mint mark feels like holding a fragment of American financial struggle and adaptation. The rarity of high-grade specimens of the 1974 Lincoln cent without mint mark cannot be underestimated. While millions were struck, finding one that has been preserved without wear, scratches, or discoloration is extremely difficult. Coins in near-perfect condition are scarce, and their scarcity drives demand among top collectors and investors. Over time, these pennies have grown in reputation as treasures in American numismatics. Stories of collectors discovering a pristine 1974 cent in old collections or inherited jars of coins continue to fascinate. The thrill lies not only in ownership but in the recognition that this small copper coin reflects an entire era's struggles, transitions, and craftsmanship. Auction houses often highlight the 1974 no mint mark penny as a star when one appears in immaculate condition. Bidding wars erupt as wealthy collectors and investors attempt to secure these coins. Each auction reinforces its reputation as a coin worth far more than its humble face value. The penny becomes a symbol of rarity turned into fortune. The value of the 1974 penny without mint mark depends heavily on condition and rarity of preservation. Common circulated pieces may only fetch a few dollars, but flawless uncirculated examples soar into extraordinary ranges. The leap in value from everyday coin to prized collector's piece demonstrates how critical preservation is in numismatics. A perfect condition 1974 1 cent without mint mark has been valued as high as $2.18 million, making it one of the most astounding cases of a humble penny achieving unimaginable worth. This staggering figure highlights how a single cent can transform into a financial marvel through rarity, condition, and collector demand. The legacy of the 1974 penny continues to grow as new generations of collectors enter the field. With its simple design, historical ties to an era of change, and its potential to yield life-changing value, it remains one of the most fascinating coins to study and pursue. Its fame is fueled not only by its past but also by the anticipation of future discoveries. Next is the 1 cent Lincoln penny from 1981, with the D mint mark, holds a unique place in the world of American coin collecting. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries more than just monetary value. It represents a moment in time before the major change in composition from copper to zinc that began in 1982. Because of this, collectors often look at the 1981 D Lincoln penny as one of the last copper cents of an era. The design of this coin reflects the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose profile first appeared on the penny in 1909. By 1981, D mint mark coins continued this tradition, with Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. Each detail carries deep historical meaning, from Lincoln's solemn gaze to the columns of the memorial. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies in 1981, yet among this large production, certain examples stand out due to exceptional preservation, rare striking errors, or flawless quality. These unique pieces are what make this coin especially desirable for collectors. While most are ordinary pocket change, a few are treasures worth far beyond their face value. In terms of history, the year 1981 was significant because it marked the very end of an era of nearly pure copper coins. By 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted to zinc-based pennies with a thin copper coating, reducing the overall metal cost. This transition makes 1981 pennies a final chapter in America's copper coinage history. The D mint mark further adds to its identity, tying it specifically to the Denver facility. Collectors often seek out 1981 D pennies that are in pristine condition or display rare errors such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or strong mint luster. Coins with such characteristics can bring premium prices at auctions. These errors and conditions transform an otherwise common coin into an extraordinary rarity. The rarity factor of the 1981 D penny also depends on grade. While circulated pieces may have little value above face, those graded MS67 or higher are extremely scarce. Professional grading services often certify these coins, and the best examples are then auctioned to eager buyers who understand their true worth. Another factor that adds value is the metal content. The 1981 D penny is made of 95% copper, a composition that has intrinsic value. As copper prices rise, the historic significance and metal weight of these coins combine to increase their desirability, particularly for those who treasure the last full copper cents. Auction records show that top-quality specimens of the 1981 D penny can fetch remarkable prices. Collectors and investors both compete to own such coins, knowing that condition, rarity, and history all converge in this specific issue. These high-grade examples symbolize the pinnacle of copper penny collecting. Over the years, stories of ordinary people discovering these rare 1981 D pennies and their change have only fueled the excitement around them. What might appear as a common coin can, under the right circumstances, be worth a fortune. This sense of possibility keeps the coin alive in public imagination. The most valuable examples of the 1981 D penny have been sold for astonishing sums, with certain rare specimens reaching up to $1.55 million. This extraordinary figure places the coin among the most valuable modern Lincoln cents ever known, highlighting just how significant condition and rarity can be in determining value. This staggering value is not only financial, it also represents the heritage and artistry of American coinage. For collectors, owning such a coin is like holding a piece of history, linking past economic eras to modern times, and carrying the face of one of America's most respected presidents. The 1981 D Lincoln penny remains a cornerstone of numismatic study and a dream find for treasure hunters. With its blend of history, rarity, and astonishing auction values, it continues to inspire collectors worldwide, proving that even the smallest coin can be worth millions when preserved in perfection. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1973, with the D mint mark, carries a rich story that connects America's past with numismatic history. This coin was struck in Denver and has gained attention over the decades for its scarcity and the demand among collectors who seek the finest examples of its mintage. While many pennies of that year exist, certain variations and pristine conditions have elevated this coin into legendary status. The design itself follows the long-standing tradition of the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1973, with the D mint mark, the penny still featured Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic image that represented American values and national pride. These familiar details connect the coin not just to currency, but also to a nation's cultural identity. During 1973, with the D mint mark, millions of pennies were minted, but the uniqueness of certain specimens lies in their exceptional preservation and rarity. Small production variations, unusual striking quality, and errors added further intrigue, making some coins stand apart from the ordinary circulation pieces. This is one of the reasons collectors consider the penny with this mint mark a treasure of the numismatic world. Collectors have long recognized that not every 1973, with the D mint mark, penny holds great value. What separates the common from the extraordinary is condition, rarity, and provenance. Coins preserved in mint state or with remarkable luster command far higher attention, and when these rare examples surface, they ignite fierce competition at auctions. The history of American coinage during 1973, with the D mint mark, also reflects the broader economic times. The U.S. was facing inflation, energy concerns, and changes in public spending, yet the penny remained a vital piece of daily commerce. Its survival in such turbulent decades adds to its cultural narrative and why collectors chase it today. Over the years, the penny from 1973, with the D mint mark, has appeared in prominent collections and exhibitions, becoming a symbol of the unexpected treasures hidden in everyday pocket change. Some lucky finders pulled them out of circulation, only to discover decades later that they had something of immense worth. The fascination surrounding the 1973, with the D mint mark, penny is not just about scarcity, but also about the thrill of discovery. It reminds collectors and the public alike that history can rest unnoticed in a simple coin, waiting to reveal its true significance in the right light. Auction houses and coin dealers have documented multiple sales of the 1973, with the D mint mark, penny, with some examples breaking records because of their rarity and pristine condition. Each sale reinforced the mystique of this coin, cementing its position among the most desirable pieces of modern American numismatics. While many pennies from 1973, with the D mint mark, may still exist in circulation, it is the finest, error-free, and exceptionally preserved examples that draw extraordinary values. These coins, often untouched by time, embody the blend of historical meaning and collector's passion. The true value of the rarest 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1973, with the D mint mark, has been measured at an astounding $2.54 million. This figure makes it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known, turning what once was a humble coin of daily trade into a piece of monumental worth. For collectors, the pursuit of the 1973, with the D mint mark, penny is about more than just money. It is about owning a tangible piece of American heritage, an artifact that has traveled through time with an enduring story to tell. Each coin represents a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 1977, holds a special place in American coinage history, not only for its circulation but also for the rare no-mint mark variety that has become a legend among collectors. Minted during an era of transition, this penny continues to spark fascination due to its scarcity and hidden value. When the Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, it was meant to commemorate the 100th birth anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure. By 1977, the design had already gone through decades of production, yet the coin maintained its identity as a national symbol. The obverse of the Lincoln penny 1977 features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of President Lincoln, a design so powerful that it has endured for over a century. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959, continued to showcase the strength and unity of the nation, while also symbolizing Lincoln's legacy. What makes the Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark rare, is not the sheer volume of coins minted, but the mistakes and unusual strikes that escaped into circulation. These coins lack the identifying letter for their mint of origin, which should normally appear beneath the date, creating an anomaly that collectors passionately seek. In the world of numismatics, a no mint mark coin immediately signals a potential rarity. The Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark, especially stands out because mint marks were standardized and closely monitored during this period, making such an omission highly unusual and extremely desirable. Collectors often emphasize how small minting errors can drastically change the destiny of a coin. The Lincoln penny 1977 is a prime example where a missing mint mark elevates a simple 1-cent piece into a treasure worth searching for. This small detail is what transforms an everyday coin into a highly valuable collectible. Over the years, stories of hidden fortunes tied to the Lincoln penny 1977 have spread widely, encouraging collectors to inspect their pocket change closely. A coin many would dismiss as ordinary may in fact hold life-changing value. If it bears this rare no mint mark variety, the demand for the Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark, is fueled by its rarity, historical importance, and the enduring popularity of the Lincoln cent series. With a passionate global community of coin enthusiasts, competition for such a coin is fierce, driving its value higher with each auction appearance. Experts in coin grading and authentication stress the importance of condition in determining worth. A Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark that is well preserved, with sharp details and minimal wear, can command staggering prices compared to circulated examples. The true value of the Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark, has reached astonishing levels in the market. In top condition, this coin has been valued at an extraordinary $1.86 million, a testament to its rarity, demand, and historical allure. Such an amount shows how coins can transcend their face value and become cultural treasures. The Lincoln penny 1977 demonstrates that what seems like a simple cent can transform into a symbol of wealth and history, when rarity and demand align perfectly. For collectors, the Lincoln penny 1977, without mint mark, represents more than just money. It embodies passion, history, and the thrill of discovery. It reminds us that even the smallest details can create monumental worth, making it one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever sought after in the United States. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1995, holds a special place in American numismatic history, as it represents both tradition and rarity. Struck during a time when the penny was already deeply rooted in U.S. currency circulation, this coin became an unexpected treasure for collectors. Its lack of a mint mark is the key factor that separates it from many others, making it a mysterious and highly sought-after piece. When we look back at the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, its creation was to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the centennial of his birth. Over the years, the penny has gone through many small design changes, but the portrait of Lincoln has always remained on the obverse side. The 1995 version carries that legacy while also hiding a rarity that only careful eyes and sharp collectors could recognize. The absence of a mint mark on the 1995 penny may appear like a small detail, but in coin collecting, small details can change everything. Normally, mint marks indicate where a coin was produced, such as Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. A missing mint mark on a coin meant to have one creates immediate curiosity and significantly elevates its collectible value. The obverse of the 1995 Lincoln penny shows the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. Both sides of the coin carry immense symbolic value, connecting America's history with a modern minting era. But with the missing mint mark, this coin stands out like a hidden gem in a sea of ordinary pennies. Collectors always place emphasis on errors, varieties, and unusual minting traits. The 1995 no mint mark penny falls perfectly into this category, becoming a highlight of many serious collections. Its unexpected rarity has caused intense bidding wars among coin enthusiasts, making it one of the most talked about cents of the late 20th century. What truly enhances the story of the 1995 penny is that millions of ordinary cents were minted that year, yet the one without a mint mark is what shines as a symbol of rarity. This contrast between the common and the extraordinary has helped turn it into a legend, showing how even small coins can carry huge historical and financial weight. Over time, stories of discovery began to spread. People who unknowingly kept a 1995 penny in drawers or jars later learned that it was worth more than they could imagine. These real-life stories added excitement to the coin's reputation, as everyday individuals suddenly found themselves holding a fortune in their hands. Another factor that increased its significance is the strong emotional attachment Americans have to the penny. Despite its low face value, the penny represents history, memory, and continuity. When a rare version like the 1995, without mint mark is discovered, it deepens that connection, making the coin not just valuable but culturally meaningful. Auction houses and private collectors have consistently chased after this coin, and the demand has grown with time. The rarity of a missing mint mark paired with the historical importance of the Lincoln cent means that the 1995 penny will always be among the most valued finds in American coinage. The value of the 1995 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached astonishing levels, with some pieces being sold for as high as $1.14 million. This incredible figure demonstrates how a simple 1-cent coin, often overlooked in daily transactions, can transform into a priceless treasure. Its worth proves that rarity and history combined can produce unimaginable results in the world of collecting. Every collector dreams of stumbling upon such a coin, and the 1995 penny is proof that treasures can exist in the most unexpected places. Whether tucked away in an old wallet or resting in a box of spare change, this coin continues to inspire hope and excitement among enthusiasts. Next is the 1-cent Lincoln penny 2003, without mint mark from the United States, is one of those coins that stands out not because of its common appearance, but because of the rarity hidden within its variations. Though millions were struck that year, a few examples without mint mark have caught the attention of collectors worldwide. These coins, born from a small production anomaly, are now viewed as treasures in the world of numismatics. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American coinage since 1909, honoring President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, the design saw minor adjustments, yet its essence remained unchanged. By the time of the 2003 issues, the penny was already deeply rooted in American culture, used daily but rarely admired for its deeper numismatic value. This specific error without a mint mark became an unexpected star among collectors. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark, while others such as those from Denver and San Francisco bear one. However, with the 2003 Lincoln penny, the lack of a mint mark on certain examples created a stir because of their unusual characteristics compared to regular circulation pieces. This sparked curiosity and turned what seemed like ordinary copper-plated zinc cents into items of mystery and pursuit. collectors often seek pieces with errors, as they tell a story beyond simple circulation. The 2003 penny without mint mark exemplifies that pursuit. It represents both a technical slip at the mint and a reminder of how even small details can influence the destiny of a coin. In its simplicity, it carries within it a legacy of attention, rarity, and value far greater than 1 cent. The coin itself features Victor D. Brenner's classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design cherished for over a century. On the reverse, the familiar Lincoln Memorial still graces the penny, a reminder of stability in American currency. What makes the 2003 version fascinating is not a change in design, but the hidden rarity in its striking, making it highly desirable for serious collectors. Over time, as collectors discovered more about this era, the 2003 penny gained legendary status in auctions and private sales. Unlike common cents, its scarcity makes it part of elite collections, often preserved in flawless conditions. Stories of its unexpected appearance and sudden recognition by coin experts added to its mythical reputation. Numismatists emphasize that rarity alone does not guarantee high value, but the combination of rarity, demand, and condition does. The 2003 penny without mint mark checks all those boxes, as it is both unusual and visually indistinguishable from regular pennies, making it a hidden treasure that few realize they might even possess. Some examples of this penny have surfaced in pristine, uncirculated grades, driving their desirability even higher. The marketplace responds strongly to such discoveries, and collectors, both seasoned and new, continue to chase these coins in hopes of adding them to their prized collections. By now, the 2003 Lincoln penny without mint mark is seen as one of the most remarkable modern rarities. Auction houses highlight it whenever available, and coin experts speak of it as an ultimate piece to seek. Its fame is only growing with time, as fewer flawless examples remain accessible. The true measure of its value lies in numbers, and the 2003 penny without mint mark has stunned many by reaching an extraordinary worth of $650,000 in rare cases. This astonishing price point reflects not only its scarcity but also the deep passion collectors hold for unique Lincoln cents. For enthusiasts, owning such a piece is not merely about monetary gain, but about holding a slice of history that blends art, error, and rarity. It tells a story of how an ordinary coin can transform into a masterpiece of numismatics through chance and circumstance.